Start manifesting powers immediately after receiving this energy, receiving this initiation. So let's all prepare for the power manifestation round. Today we are manifesting the power of consciousness over matter, as this is the first day of Paramashivoham, and we hope all the participants, all of you are having a good time, fun, and receiving a lot of powerful cognitions. So this power of consciousness over matter, literally, it springs from this core cognition that you are Paramashiva, you are consciousness, and by virtue of that, you have a complete mastery. You have the authority over the entire existence, entire matter, entire Prakriti. So it's with your will you can simply direct the matter and make it behave just like you want. The way we are going to start this experiencing this powerful cognition, starting to experience this powerful power manifestation, is by help of a small object. We are taking coconut, for example, a spherical object, keeping it on a flat surface like our palm. So it's easy for us to start, you know, manifesting this power. But of course, this is not the limit. If you can move coconut on your hand, you can move the sun and the moon. The cognition is the same. Scale is different. It's just a matter of how much you are grounded in this powerful cognition, how much of completion is there in your inner space. And as you manifest more and more ferociously, and as you develop more and more completion in your inner space, you will see that you will start manifesting this power at a much larger scale and intensity as well. But we'll start with this simple power manifestation of moving the coconut in our hand with the eyes closed.
Yes. So let's enter into the SAS Pramana of manifesting consciousness over matter. This is from Vijnana Bhairatantra, Dhana 95, Sutra 120. Kvachit vastuni vinyasya sanaya dishti nivartayet tajjnana chit sahitam devi shunyalayo bhavet. Having fixed one's eyes on a particular object, Vastu, one should slowly withdraw the sight from that object, as well as slowly eliminate the knowledge of that object along with the thoughts and impressions of it. Then, O Devi, one abides in Sunya, the state where there is nothing other than this exists. This is the state of all inclusiveness and infinity. Now, we've as gone through this in Sastramana, let's enter directly into the manifesting this power. So here's a 5-step guideline. Open the Living Enlightenment book, receive the powerful cognition from the book quickly. Turn on your video recording because you'll be recording you yourself manifesting this power. Yes, you yourself will be manifesting this power and recording yourself. And now place the coconut, as Maharaj has clearly mentioned, place the coconut in a palm, and the coconut should be, keep the palm absolutely flat, and then place the coconut in such way that the pointy end is away from you. So if you are placing coconut, keep the pointy end away from you. Place it in and close your eyes. After you have put your coconut on your palms, close your eyes and then use the blindfold. So I request all the participants to take few moments as you place the coconut in your palms and close the eyes with your eye bands. So all the participants in the Zoom, YouTube, I request all of them to sincerely take part in this session, in this power manifestation. So now declare the coconut to move to the right. Declare, Paramsha, only you manifest through me. Let all your confusions, delusion be wiped out. Let only Paramsha manifest through you. Now declare the coconut to vibrate. If your declaration is such, when you are letting the Paramsha flow through you, coconut will actually start vibrating through your hand, through your palms. So let's take a few minutes as you manifest this power. So let's begin this manifestation.
नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ 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 नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Yes. So now you can open your eyes and share your video of your manifestation with others and listen to their experience as well. And invite them for this powerful science of our manifestation and let them join the Paramashivoham program to transform their life and through powerful cognition and power manifestation. And when Swamiji himself comes for darshan, giving the initiation into this powerful science. So with this, we'll be entering into the next round of this. Now we'll be moving on to manifesting actually moving the coconut out of the hand. So let's get ready quickly. Place the coconut on your palms. Make sure that your palms are absolutely flat. Place the coconut in such a way that the pointy end is away from you, like in the last round. And then declare the coconut to move out of your hand. Declare intensely. Declare that you are Paramashiva. Let Paramashiva only manifest through you. Declare consciously. Let all your confusions, delusions be wiped out. Let only Paramashiva manifest through you. Now declare intensely the coconut to vibrate. And you'll see coconut will vibrate. So let's begin this manifestation.
Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham Om 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 Nityananda Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham Om 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 Nityananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Yes. So now all the person can relax. you can open your eyes. Now, please share your video with others, as you have recorded your video of manifesting this power. And people who have successfully moved the coconut outer with their hand, joyfully, you can share your video on the social media. So now, with this, we'll be moving on to our next segment.
Yes, so before the darshan began, we were doing the Kalpataru process and we had almost finished it. So let's just take a recap before we move to the next segment, as we have also been initiated into this Kalpataru Diksha. Now that we have the initiation to manifest the reality as we want, so let's take a quick recap of what is the process and how to actually manifest it. So first step, as we already know, as we already discussed it earlier, is, for example, let's take one desire. So choose that one desire you want to manifest. Hold that one desire in your inner space. And then in the second step, identify all the perceived impossibilities around that desire. For example, you have the desire to be rich and wealthy, right? Now, even though you have that desire, but also at the same time, you might have many impossibilities in your inner space related to that. For example, I'm not sure whether I'm really worthy of having so much money. I'm not sure whether I'll be capable of handling so much of work, so much of pressure in order to even make that much amount of money and manage that amount of wealth. Or it can be anything. Many times it's self-hatred also. I don't, I'm not something who is worthy of it. So all these impossibilities that you carry, identify all these which are surrounding that desire that you have, right? In the next step, after you identify these impossibilities, then identify the incompletions related to these impossibilities, from where these impossibilities are coming. What is the source, the root of those impossibilities? There might be some earlier incidents in your life, right? Early childhood incidents where these kinds of ideas, these impossibilities, negative, these incompletions would have seeds would have been sown in your inner space. So identify those root incidents, the root cause of all those impossibilities and incompletions. For example, uh, if there's an impossibility that I don't know whether I'll be able to handle so much of wealth and so much of money, maybe there was an earlier incident in your life when you were a kid and suddenly you saw, you wanted something, but you got a remark from, let's say, your parent, your mother or father, that you'll not be able to handle it, you'll not be able to manage it, or something like that. So that thing got stuck in your inner space and it's completely repeating again and again, and actually affecting your present as well. That's why it's called an incompletion. So identify all those root incidents. And the next step is to complete with all these incompletions, going back to that incident, becoming that person in that moment, and reliving that incident to relieve that incompletion. That is called as completion process. And then in the final stage, once you have developed that completion inside, you have completed with your impossibility patterns, your incompletions, and all the root causes, the root incidents around that desire that you wish to manifest, then hold the visualization of that desire, of what you want to create. Now, hold it consciously, and whatever is coming up, let's say some fear, some desire, sorry, there's some fear, some impossibility, or any of these incompletions are coming up, these words are coming up in your inner space, decide consciously and ferociously for the next few minutes, decide, I'm not going to allow these incompletions in my inner space. So complete and drop all these incompletions and hold on to the space that you are already wealthy. For example, you have that desire that you want to manifest wealth. Don't think that, oh, I will manifest wealth. No, hold the space that you are already wealthy. That is the Kalpataru process. Hold the space that you are already wealthy, you are already manifesting the wealth. It is already happening, it has already started. Move from that space. And whatever incompletions, impossibilities are coming, just consciously complete and drop them. Right? When you move with that space, you will see automatically the reality around you changes and the desire starts getting fulfilled. That is the whole Kalpataru process. By visualizing whatever you want is already there now with you in the present, holding that space with completion, not allowing any incompletion or impossibility or any powerlessness to deter you from or shake you from that completion space of holding that visualization. So this is the Kalpataru process of how to manifest any desire that you want. To experiment, you can start with any small desire and then replicate this process to manifest whatever you want in life. Yes. So now we have been initiated into the Kalpataru process as well. So Swamiji's blessings, his initiation, his energy, all of them are supporting us to create this right space and manifest the reality successfully. All right. So you can all start now and manifest your reality as you want. So let's now enter into the next segment. In this next session, we are going to watch a video by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and he'll be throwing more light and taking us into a deeper understanding of what is completion process. So let's watch this video.
Whether Shaivite or Vaishnavite or Shaktite or Gaumara or Guru worshippers, they always worship Ganesha first. Ganapati, I can tell you really, I have become successful in my life because I started my life with Ganesha. My first spiritual effort was trying to feed Ganesha. Please understand. My first extraordinary experience beyond the materialistic world is also from Ganesha. That is why I think Ganesha has given success in my spiritual venture. Is the embodiment of completion of all the incompletions you carry in the form of impossible, vigna. Please understand, anything, any idea you carry, impossible is vigna. Nothing else is a vigna in the life other than the idea you carry as impossible. So Ganesha is embodiment of completing with all impossibilities. The incompletions of impossible is embodiment of love. Please understand. Even though I don't want to describe him with some seriousness, his power, I can say, is established in completion and simplicity. The problem is always the simplicity is taken as an incompletion and non-seriousness. But he is paradox, established in the space of completion and established in non-seriousness, a joy, overflowing joy. And he is embodiment of all the completions of the incompletion impossible. Please understand. Of love. Please understand. You will never think Ganesha as embodiment of love, because you always have the idea of love from either Krishna or Devi. You need to understand Ganesha makes you complete with all the incompletions and the ideas of impossible. Ideas of impossible. He makes you complete with all the impossibilities. I tell you, please understand. You need to understand this truth about love. Let me describe. There is one kind of love where a bird eats wherever she gets the food she eats and stores little in the mouth, comes to the nest where she is staying and feeds the, what do you call? The kids of the babies, the birds. In English, you have a different word for everything. That's a problem. Anyhow, the birds feed their kids. You all understand, that's all. Language is for me to make you understand the concept. Now you understood over. The bird eats and stores the little food in the mouth and comes and feeds its babies. This is one kind of love. There's another kind of love where lion takes the cub to teach hunting. Understand? There are two kinds of love where the bird eats and brings little food and she feeds her kids, baby birds. This is one type of love. There is another type of love where the lion takes the cub for hunting. Understand? Lion will protect that you are not hurt during the hunting, but lion won't keep quiet without taking you for hunting. It will not let you rest. It may protect that you don't get hurt, but it will not leave you without taking for hunting. You have to hunt. And you have to take the responsibility. And of course, if you don't get anything in the hunting, lion may, he will feed you. She will feed you. Whatever she gets from that, she will feed you. But she will continue to train you for hunting. I can say the Ganesha's love is like a lion. It's like lion's love. See, a lion has to come down to make the cub feel he is equal. The cub is equal. Only then he can encourage the cub to come with him for hunting and to try for hunting. That coming down does not reduce the state of lion. Same way, Ganesha comes down to our level, raises us to his level. There's a big difference. The love of the Devi or Krishna, all that is more or less like a bird. The bird's love towards the baby birds. But the love of Ganesha is like love of lion. So understand, I tell you, this love only needs a lot of sacrifice. See, in the love of the bird, the baby bird will know mother loves. Baby bird also will reciprocate. In that love, nothing, you don't need much sacrifice. But in the love of the lion and the cub will not even realize lion loves it. Cub will not even realize lion is loving the cub, and So lion has to do a lot of sacrifice. He has to sacrifice. Please understand, the greatest sacrifice is the feeling satisfied. The other person understands you love him or her. Even that lion has to sacrifice. Lion has to sacrifice even that. Lion does not even wait the cub to recognize the lion's sacrifice. It continues. It carries on. It knows only one thing. At some day, the cub will realize it's the lion which made me lion. It is lion which made me lion. So the greatest sacrifice is the people whom you love. Even they not recognizing that, they not knowing that you love them, but still you continue. You continue with your responsibilities. I can say this is the most powerful love. The love of a master. Lion will not allow you to rest. It will not leave you without going for hunting. Even if you say, no, I have a leg pain. Yesterday, 3 kilometers I ran chasing the deer. 2 kilometers I have to walk up and down. No, I have a leg pain, I have a knee pain, I have a tail pain. No. Lion is not going to keep quiet. See, if you are not able to hunt, if you are not able to get your food, you are not going to go without food. Surely lion will feed you. But lion won't keep quiet without taking the cub for hunting. Lion won't keep quiet without making the cub learn hunting. Please understand. That is why a lion, when the cub becomes lion, it is demanding. When a baby bird becomes bird, it cannot be demanding, even if it becomes bird. Full-fledged bird, it will not be demanding, it will only be begging. I tell you, grow up with the love of lion, not love of the bird. Love of the dove may be comforting, soothing, but it will make you only a bird which still struggles, searches, begs, steals. Grow up with the love of the lion. You will become lion. I tell you, if you have the choice choosing between the love of the bird and love of the lion, always choose love of the lion, because that will make you a lion. Whose love you choose in your life, you become him. Whose love you enjoy most in your life, you become him or her. Understand? Just like what you eat, you become that. Love is the food for your bio-memory. So from whom you receive love, be very cautious. Just like from whom you receive food, same way, be very cautious about from whom you receive love, from whom you receive attention, from whom you receive support, from whom you receive soothing, from whom you receive care. Don't receive care, love, attention, healing, soothing, any good thing, anything, whether you think good or bad, don't receive it from a person who will not make you lion. receive love, care, attention, even roaring, scary roaring, only from a lion, which makes you lion. Even if a lion roars at you, get roared from a lion than getting a smile from a jackal. Get roared from a lion, never get smiled by a jackal or from a fox. If you get a smile from a jackal or a fox, it will only be smug, not a smile. So, getting roared from a lion is much, much, much better than getting a smile or a smug from fox or jackal. Love. I think I have defined love from a new angle. Ganesha is embodiment of lion's love, who makes you complete, and without completion, even Shiva cannot win starting anything. That is what Ganesha proves. For a war with the Tripurasuras, Shiva starts without doing completion. Of course, it is not Shiva's responsibility. Shiva is always established in the space of completion. But the people who organized, the other energies who are involved, they did not do the completion and start the war. So immediately Ganesha comes and breaks the chariot. Muppuram yeri seida achivan urairadam achadu bodi seida aditira. There is a beautiful Tamil verse by Arunagirinatha Swami. Even the Shiva who has burnt the Tripura, Muppura, and Mahadeva, even his chariot was broken by Ganesha to teach a lesson to the Devatas. Then all the Devatas come and complete with Ganesha. Mahadeva himself completes with Ganesha. Immediately Ganesha says, come on, now let's start. He removes all the incompletions and Tripurasuras are immediately burnt. The purpose is achieved. So understand the necessary importance of completion. Ganesha is embodiment of that completion. Ganesha is embodiment of the completion with all the incompletions of impossible. If you are new to Hinduism, I will introduce Shiva is the largest worshipped god in Hindu tradition. He is supposed to be the head of the pantheon of gods in Hindu tradition. Hindu tradition has something like a 33 crore gods. And I believe that was the population in those days. Each one can have your own personalized, customized god. That's the freedom Hinduism gave for everybody. And Mahadeva, Shiva is supposed to be the head, lord of all the gods, and Ganesha is the first son of Shiva. And I was given the deity of Ganesha, a small deity. I started playing with it, living with it, just like Barbie doll. When you give a Barbie doll to your kids, how they clothe it and bathe it and literally live with it. Morning when I wake up, I'll wake him up from my bed. When I brush my teeth, I'll brush him also. You can still see the deity with a lot of scratches in this area. It's all my brushing. I'll try to brush him with my toothbrush, and when I take bath, I'll give him bath. When I put clothes, I'll give him also clothes and the ashes and the sandal paste, everything. And when I eat, I'll try to make him eat. Of course, food won't go inside, but I'll put the food in the mouth and tell I eat. You are not eating properly. If you don't eat, you will not grow. Whatever my mother tells me, I used to tell him. And I literally lived with him. Then, of course, in those days, kids will go to school only at the age of 6, so no school. But I'll play with him. He's my playmate. Night when I go to sleep, I'll put him next to my bed. So usually I'll sleep with my mother. My mother will be this side. I'll put him this side and tell, you sleep with your mother, I'll sleep with my mother. And one day I went to the temple. In the temple every day you will see some elderly person will be coming and sitting and telling some story in the temple. There will be some discourse, some satsang, some pravachan. It's a regular lifestyle in this city. Every day somebody will be talking in the temple, giving some discourses, satsangs. One elderly person, he was telling us some story. He was telling a story about how Ganesha ate the food when a saint offered. Let me tell you the story only, then you will understand the whole background completely. There was a elderly man in a village. He used to do temple worship every day to Ganesha. One day he was sick, he did not go to the worship. He sent his son. The son went and offered the food to the Ganesha as usual, but Ganesha did not eat as usual. But this child thought Ganesha usually used to eat. So he forced Ganesha, you please eat, otherwise my father will scold me. Why are you not eating? But Ganesha did not eat. Then this child started hitting his head on the temple wall, saying that if you don't eat, I will commit suicide, because my father will scold me, he will not allow me to live. You eat. When the child was trying to commit suicide, Ganesha appeared and stopped the child and ate the food. It's a story. A great saint story. And that child became a great saint. When I heard that story, I was shocked. Suddenly, I felt, then why is this, my Ganesha is not eating? I am being cheated. I ran to the house back. My family used to live just near the temple. I ran to the house back from the temple because I was listening to the story from the temple. Ran to the house back and caught hold of my Ganesha and told him, you have to eat. I tried all my storytelling, everything to Ganesha. He did not budge, he did not eat. Next day I was sitting and thinking, what to do? This guy is not eating. By now I developed the idea is now my Ganesha is adamant. So I was brought up in a large giant family where more than 20-25 kids have grown up together. It's almost like a small nursery. In the house, if somebody doesn't eat, my grandmother will threaten them. I'll throw you in the well. Center of the house used to be a huge well. The house I was born and brought up is almost like 80,000 square feet. I'll show you guys. From this street to that street. And this side to that side. Single house, that size. And still there are bits remain in the same way, same old way. The house is almost 300 years old. center of the house there used to be a well. The grandmother will shout, if you don't eat, I'll throw you in the well. That is the idea clicked with me. I told Ganesha, if you don't eat, I will throw you in the well. Habits. So I started threatening my Ganesha, if you don't eat, I'll put you in the well. So I took up that bucket in which they fetch the water and put the Ganesha and lowered him to the water level. From here I started shouting, hey, eat, otherwise I'll put you in the well. Suddenly I remembered, maybe now he has changed his mind, but I have not put the food inside. So I took him out, put the food and put him, then lowered the bucket to the water level. In that level, I'll move the rope and tell, hey, now eat, otherwise I will drop you in the well. Of course, he was not budging. I also did not have the courage to drop him in the well because he is too much for me. He means really a lot for me. He is my friend, everything. My companion, for play and everything. Of course, he did not budge for that also, he did not eat. Then I had the thought, maybe the food he doesn't like my mother's cooking. So I went to the temple, asked the temple priest, whatever they are offering, the same food. They gave the same food. I brought to the house the same food and told him, now you eat. He did not budge. Suddenly, while I was arguing with my Ganesha, it clicked. That saint, when Ganesha did not eat, he tortured himself. But here, I am torturing Ganesha. How will Ganesha eat? That click. I can say, that click was the turning point in my spiritual life. I decided, I will not eat till he eats. I will not torture him anymore. So I put the food, sat. 2.5 days. As a 3-year-old child, did not eat, sleep, just I'll sit. Even in those days, very stubborn. The will was so strong. Did not eat and sat without eating. It was a very strong experience. I could see very clearly Ganesha appearing, and I fell into a kind of an altered state of consciousness. I could see very clearly Ganesha ate. When I opened my eyes, the plate was empty. Because I know the feeling I had at that moment was so strong. The devotion I had, it is like a experience strengthening the belief. Faith was transformed as trust. That feeling connection gave me the tremendous courage and confidence to begin my spiritual journey. Please understand. The first truth, allowing incompletions to exist is literally declaring you yourself don't want your life in your control. Please understand. Allowing incompletions to exist in you is you declaring that you do not want your life under your control. You say, No, no, let life happens, whatever. I can't take the responsibility. I can't keep it under my control. No. Listen. Please listen. The utter irresponsibility. Utter irresponsibility. The power of incompletion is such, it dilutes you so much. You literally believe you really can't contain your own life or contain yourself. See, just because you are temporarily upset, you go on taking the decisions which permanently damages you. That is the most difficult part of life. Please understand. Just because you are temporarily upset, you go on making the decisions which permanently damages you. And the incompletions are such will never let you grow. It's like somebody was asked, what is your age? He said 22. The person who asked the question asked, what? Last 5 years you are telling the same thing. This fellow said, yes, yes, I don't change my words. Many times, not changing your words are like not growing. Not changing your cognition means not growing. Listen. Not changing your cognition means not growing. It is so unfortunate. It is really, really unfortunate that you feel incompletions are really, really true. The problem is when the delusion happens, when the incompletion attacks you, when the panic attack happens, you really feel incompletions are true. That is the problem. When the dust storm, sandstorm happens, you really feel you can't do anything. You are paralyzed. You are crippled. Temporarily, but you feel that is eternal. Please understand. Suffering, the quality of suffering is, even if it is temporary, it will give you the experience that is going to be there on you eternally. You won't find the end of the tunnel. You won't find the other side of the tunnel. You will feel, oh, it is going somewhere and gone. Same way the bliss. When you experience it completely, without self-doubt, will this bliss be with me or go away? That gives you the experience. It will be with you forever, eternally. Understand? Anything you experience at this moment intensely gives you the experience of eternity. Understand? So many qualities attributed to Ganesha are qualities of completion. These incompletions, they just totally imbalance you. constantly decide you will be in the space of completion. Completion means completion. No question of powerlessness. No question of powerlessness. Everything you do should be from powerfulness, from the space of completion. Let's first work on psychologically conquering psychological time. I'll repeat what you have to write. The strong thought currents, powerlessness, incompletions from the past, which is influencing and driving you into your future. Those powerlessness moments, why you decided to become wealthy, why you decided to become powerful. If it is out of passion, great, no problem. If there is some powerlessness, some incident, incompletion is influencing you, pen down that. Let's catch the influence of the past on your thinking system. 94th verse, 22nd technique from Shivanyana Upanishad, which is part of Shivagama. Chittat yantaha kritir nasti mamantar bhavayet iti vigalpanam abhavena vigalpair uchito bhavet. I'll translate and give you the precise method. The essence of this verse is reliving is relieving. Means the past powerlessness which is influencing your thinking, relive those incidents, not remembering. Please understand, there is a big difference between remembering and reliving. For example, something happened in your life at the age of 8, 9, which is still influencing your thinking. I have seen people getting influenced by something happened when they were 3, 4 and all. They are 57. Something happened at 7 influences them. One man came to me and said, I never go to beach, Swamiji. Even if I drive through the beach roads, I shiver, sweat. I have a panic attack. I asked why. No, at the age of 7, I went for a walk with my father. I saw murder happening in a beach and we ran away from that spot. From that spot till I can't, now I am 57, I can't go to beach. 40 years, the pattern with which he is suffering. Sometimes the past influences you so much. See, carefully listen. You are now 57, something happened at the age of 7. If you remain as 57 and visualize what happened at that age of 7, that is called remembering. Reliving means forget your present identity. Just dump it, throw it. Become that person. At the age of 7, what intelligence you had, how you were, visualize and become that person. Enter into that person's physiological, psychological frame. Take few minutes and meditate on that person. Become that person. then relive. When you relive, all the powerlessness accumulated in your nervous system during that incident, it may be emotional suppression or the identity crisis, various guilt, pain, suffering, it will all just break, collapse and leave your system. Your system will be clean. System will be cleansed. When the effect of your past is reduced on your existence, you will not reproduce it as it is or in an altered way on your future. Neither reproducing as it is nor reproducing in altered way is liberation. You may ask, then I will not do anything in the future? No, you will do a lot. But not as an altered expression of the past, but liberated expression from the past. The liberated expression means even if you make money, you will do it just to enjoy, celebrate. But if you are making money because you have been teased as a poor, because you have been challenged as a poor, because you have an identity crisis as a poor, even if you become rich, you will continue to suffer. I have seen many moneyed poor people. Understand, paradoxical word. Moneyed poor people. Poor are those who have only money. Uneducated are those who are educated only in schools, especially modern Indian schools. I have to put this on record. Any of you think I'm little intelligent? I tell you, I never went to school properly. And any of you want to become intelligent? I give you this as my first instruction. Remembering is different, reliving is different. In remembering, you will justify, analyze, criticize, judge, hate, deny. In reliving, nothing of that exists. Just become that person. Pick up one incident which you want to complete. Become that person. Forget your present identity. Relive at least 3-4 times. Then pick up the second incident. Become that person. Relive at least 3-4 times. And I tell you, this one technique, it can give you as simple as freedom from headache to as complicated as freedom from this whole samsara. This one technique is independently intelligent enough to lead you up to enlightenment. This part you have to do. Next part I'll do. I'll tell you when I am going to do what I am going to do. So now this is the part you have to do. I bless you all. Let you all open all your 3 eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nityananda
Yes. So, after this beautiful satsang, where Samji himself revealed about the science of completion, let's enter into the internalization exercise. So now here's the completion technique itself, which is from Vijnana Bhairatantra, the verse 94th. This is the 22nd technique from Vijnana Bhairatantra. Here, shared definition of completion. The Bhairava says, Chitta dhyanta krita kritirnasti mamantar bhavediti vikalpamana bhaved vikalpair ujjit bhaved ujjito bhaved. Consciously feel within that mind stuff, which is chitta, of past memories of incompletion, with its activities as mind, which is manas and thoughts, intellect, and ego, are not existing in me.
By contemplating this way in your inner space, disidentify or unclutch from the past impressions of names and forms and the memories of incompletion. Put your active attention on the space of the past happening. Relive these imagined impressions and memories of incompletion. Then the mind stuff, having fully ceased from its present characteristics of forming thought patterns and cognitions, is complete. Thus, you become complete and achieve the original space of complete completion.
So, how to relive? Now, see it as it was in the past, exactly as it was in the past. See yourself. So, suppose if you're wearing some dress, see yourself wearing the same dress. Become of the same age as you were that time, and in the same form. Just go back to the same situation, exactly the same situation, same smell, same color of the surroundings, same people, emotion, even the emotions, the same intelligence, same intellect. What was there you had at that time? The same emotions, same intellect, same intelligence, same understanding as well, and the same experience, same dress. Whatever was there at the same time, just be exactly the same way. Just go back into that whole situation completely.
Let's say you are trying to relive a past incident from the childhood. So just become that, just become a child again completely. If you're going to complete with an incident which happened at the age of 7, let's say, become the 7-year-old child again. Relive the same smell of that scene, same emotion, same experience, same dress, same clothing, everything. Just become that, relive that situation exactly, and go through the same experience. You may be crying, you may get tears, you may be having anxiety attack, you may be having panic attack, you may be shivering, trembling, you may be carrying so much pain, so much of sadness. It is okay.
So bring that same emotions, bring that same experience. So becoming that 7-year-old child, drop this context which you're having right now, go there and relive as it is, as exactly as it happened. Basically, relive the whole incident exactly as it was. You forget your present situation, present age, present color of the dress, people. You exactly become how you were as a 7-year-old child, with the whole, and as a totality in whole. Just become that, relive that whole situation again as it was. Don't retain any intelligence, memory, justification of the present. When right now, whatever your age may be, don't retain any of the intelligence, memory, and the justifications of the present. The intelligence, now the intelligence reason, justification which you have, drop everything and just go back. Exactly as you are, for example, when you are a 3-year-old child playing in a rain, remember that incident. Remember the incident. For example, mother cared for you so much. She took care of you. Relive the incident. For example, you might have thought that she's a demon because she's trying to take you away from the rain. So in the your inner space, you might have thought that she's a demon. She is an animal. She's a very cruel. But that was not how what she was she did. She actually cared for you to safeguard you from the rain so that you won't get uh, any disease, fever. So relive totally, completely go into that situation.
And we also have to know what reliving is not. For example, relive without justifying. You should feel the emotion as they are without trying to justify or sugarcoat. For example, if you felt your mother was a demon, feel that. Don't try to justify or escape from your emotions saying, oh no, she cared for me. Go back and feel your mother as demon, which is the way you felt at that time, without the interference of your present knowledge, without the interference or interpretation of your present mind. Relive them. Reliving is relieving.
So so what are the things that needs to be avoided? Don't justify your present context when you relive the attack done by you on your mother. You will not justify from your present context. No, she always did good for me. She has sacrificed everything. She must have done good for me only. Go back to go to that biomemory, the context, that situation, whatever you knew at that time, whatever you recorded at that time, relive. That is what is relive to relieve. So basically, don't bring your present context of about your mother, which you're having that oh that happened because actually she was caring about you. No, no, just go back exactly become that. Whatever you thought you generated in your inner space about her, bring that whole thing again, not from the present context.
And how reliving improves your health. Allow whatever was built up during that incident, like fear, guilt, shame, suffering, allow all that to unwind itself in your nervous system. Let all those experiences and emotions unwind themselves in your nervous system and get released. Stress, your stress will melt down when you do this reliving process. During every incident, the incompletions built during the process becomes stress in your nervous system, in your biomemory. When you relive these knots, that stress just melts down.
Yes. So now let's enter into the exercise itself. So it's time that you sit straight with your closed eyes. So I request all the participants in the Zoom, all the participants in the YouTube, Facebook, and other social media platform, sit with your eyes closed. Take few minutes to consciously forget your present context. Yes, completely forget your present context, your whatever, your emotions, your intelligence that you're carrying now. Just forget everything. Forget everything about your present. Start to relive and relieve. Pick up the incident one by one. Start to relive, Start to relive and relieve authentically. Go back to the same age, same body, mind, same place, same space, even situations, all even the same experience, emotions, even as much as the same dress, smell, and everything. Relive and relieve. Relive to each incident at least 5 times. Do not be afraid. Don't suppress anything. The moment you start reliving, you'll see that all the fear, anxiety just start to get released from your system, and you will get relieved from it. So now relive intensely. So let's perform this exercise intensely, authentically. Let's begin. Yes. So now you can relax after you have gone through each incident with the same environment, same intelligence, same situations, and relived these incidents. Relive to relieve. You'll feel so lighter, as if you have completed with those incidents. You got complete. The moment you start completing with these incidents, you'll feel lighter. So much of the fear, that patterns that you have been carrying, gets relieved from your system. So now with this, we'll be moving on to the next segment. Now let's enter. The next segment is on yoga, where Swamiji himself will be revealing on the great truths about yoga, how yoga is divine entering into man. This is a way to manifest the state, space, powers of Paramashiva. So let's hear directly from Bhagavan and how with yoga you can manifest the ultimate. So let's hear directly from Bhagavan himself.
Yoga. How many ever times I define this word will remain as a mystery. I'll try to define once more. Yoga is the science which makes the divine to connect with you. Listen, not you to divine. No. Not drop into ocean, but ocean into drop. Understand, nowhere yoga is described as union between man and divine. Even Patanjali says yoga chitta vritti nirodha, means he is not saying yoga is mind getting dissolved. No. Cessation of the mind, not heart attack, but cardiac arrest. There's a difference. If a man merges into divine, dissolving the mind. Patanjali is not using that word. He says, chitta vritti nirodha, cessation of the mind, means divine entered the man. Only if divine enters the man, cessation happens. If a man enters into divine, dissolving may happen. Understand, it is not drop entering into ocean, ocean entering into drop. Yoga is union of divine with man. Understand, look at the whole yoga and yoga sutras, yoga shastras from this one understanding. You will understand what I want to reveal by the name of yoga. Everything of yoga, yama, don't see as moral or values. No, it is freedom of ferociousness. Brahmacharya is not moral or value. It is freedom of your ferociousness. Aparigraha is not moral or value. It is just ferocious response to this whole cheating economy. I'll tell you, if you think man to divine, you will be man forever. Even after 90 years of spiritual practice, you will look back and remain. The day I started, what kind of anger, jealousy, lust, all the problems I had, the same thing still I am having. I don't know when I am going to progress spiritually. You will die with SDHD. never man to divine. It is always divine to man. The beginning Shaktipada should be very clear. Your divinity merging into your humanity is your yoga, not your human side merging into your divine side. Understand? Precisely in my Atma Pramana, I will tell you yoga. What is yoga? I have given you what Patanjali describes, and I will tell you what is precisely from my Atma Pramana. Strong cognitions exploding into your system and changing your whole brain's alchemy, putting you in the space beyond any description is yoga from my experience. The cognition, right cognition can just shake your brain. It can just churn your brain and release such intense ecstasy into your system. That ecstasy builds the whole new body. Understand? Asanas are to align your physical geography to cosmic geography, develop roots so you can continue to enjoy that higher ecstasy. Ultimately, yoga is only these two anga, two component. Through the intense, powerful cognitions, making this ecstasy rain happen in your brain and flexing your body, aligning it so it grows the roots to retain and continue to enjoy that ecstasy, that alchemy happening in your brain. Understand, listen carefully. Yoga is just these two components. It's only these two components. Understand, the whole field of yoga should be studied from this lens. Divine entering into man. Powerful cognition is the way divine enters into you first. Whenever there is a powerful cognitions inserted into your system, you are initiated by your Guru. Even if you are initiated by one powerful cognition by the Guru, after that you can never fall into delusion, slumber. The part of your brain which puts you in apasmara, total delusion, trubhava, is permanently damaged by the initiation of the Guru. So you can never ever fall into the apasmara, into the delusion again forever. If at all you go towards that space of Sushupta Sushupti, he comes in between in the form of his initiation and you are back. I tell you, yoga is from divine to man. understand Adi Yogi Mahadeva revealed these signs in Shivagamas to the whole universe as a signs to awaken your inner potential energy. It's a great science where your body is trained to achieve its peak potential through asanas and mind is trained through liberated thinking. Your breathing structure is trained through pranayama. The various steps are used in yoga ultimately to awaken your Kundalini Shakti. Yoga is not meant just for your well-being or health. It is meant to awaken your mystical powers. It is meant to awaken your spiritual realization, realizing your spiritual identity is the ultimate goal of yoga. Kundalini is the inner potential energy. Once it is awakened, you will experience extraordinary health, physically, mentally, and extraordinary powers, abilities. Everything in yoga is finally aimed at. It can be as simple as washing your eyes, or as difficult as Shirasasana, Neti or Dauti Kriyas. Everything is aimed at awakening the Kundalini Shakti in you, to awaken the extraordinary possibilities and abilities in you. Yoga is one of the greatest gifts given to the world by Mahadeva directly. Please understand, yoga is organized by Patanjali but gifted by Mahadeva himself. In the recent days, modern days, for India, when we utter the word recent days, modern days, it's 10,000 years. So in the recent days, 10,000 years before, Patanjali organized it. But originally, it originates from Mahadeva, the Adi Yogi. Many people ask me, no, today the asanas, postures, as it is taught, Patanjali is not speaking about it. No scriptures are talking about it. This is one of the biggest questions. Many so-called intellectuals pose this question, and they also use this question point to attack yogic tradition. Please understand, every posture, every asana is clearly described including the way you need to breathe, very clearly by Mahadeva in Hatha Yoga literatures. There are books like Kumbhaka Patati, Hatha Yoga Pratipika, "30 volumes Mahadeva has taught to Devi and some of the rishis. Very clearly, every posture, 997 asanas. I am sure Mahadeva has explained many more, but whatever original verses we are able to get from that 997 asanas we have retrieved. Please understand, in the modern day, kind of a deep hatred has been created on siddhis by some of the yogis who don't know the science of siddhis. Understand, siddhis are like milestones in your journey. Milestones themselves are not destination, but they encourage you, inspire you, excite you, and tell you you are on the right direction. Siddhis are encouraging milestones, and I tell you, they are really, really real. They are neither illusion, hallucination, whims or fancies. They are really, really real. And any authentic yoga practice as per the yogic literatures I am talking, authentic yogic literatures will develop siddhis in you. Please understand. Do not do, keep this as a law, rule. Do not do any yoga or technique or pranayama practice unless it awakens some siddhi within 21 days in you. Please understand. Within 21 days it should awaken some siddhi or spiritual experience, intense spiritual experience. Otherwise, please do not continue that. It is not for you. Either it is not cooked with the right ingredients or it is not meant for you. Go back to original source, original authentic spiritual literatures, original authentic yogic scriptures. I have seen the so-called many yogis, gurus, gurujis, teachers, masters, go on claiming healing should not be done, siddhis should not be achieved. What is siddhi? When you are traveling in certain path towards enlightenment, automatically powers start manifesting in you. Your consciousness starts expressing, the more and more light is radiated. I am not asking you to stop at milestones, at siddhis. But I am telling you, if the siddhis don't express, there is something seriously wrong in the very path you are walking. If you don't see the milestones, the road you are walking may not be leading you to your goal. Yoga is no more a no man's land. It's clearly defined journey by the great masters like Mahadeva, Adi Yogi, Patanjali, Swatmarama, Goraknatha, Maschendranatha. The great yogis have done enough of powerful, foolproof, time-tested GPS, which never gets expired. Understand? Yoga is not no man's land where you just have to walk blindfolded. Of course, if you are initiated into your third eye, you will be able to walk blindfolded. But be informed, siddhis are neither wrong nor the destination. Unless the siddhis manifest, you may not be following the right practice and techniques. If the siddhis are not manifesting, go back to the original scripture or the masters who are teaching based on original scriptures. Great. Just pick up these few books. There are clear books. Asana Patati, Kumbhaka Patati, Pranayama Patati, Hatha Yoga Pratipika. Time-tested, foolproof, authentic yogic scriptures. Pick them up, start reading. Simply you will know how to align yourself to that. And there are yoga Upanishads. In the 108 original Upanishads, there are yoga Upanishads. Pick up those yoga Upanishads. And yoga Upanishads very clearly describe the asanas, breathing techniques, everything. So pick up the yoga Upanishads, Kumbhaka Patati, Asana Patati, Hatha Yoga Pratipika, Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, and read. You will simply know how to align yourself authentic to the original, traditional, yogic and Vedic scriptures. Next.
Many of my students
I think again I answered this question already. I stand with yoga, which is from the original roots, the yogic literatures, which is at least 10,000 years old. The yogic scriptures, which is deep rooted in Vedic tradition, from Hinduism. So I stand for that tradition. Anybody comes, I am ready to share the science of yoga with them. I myself do not force anybody to accept Hinduism or convert themselves to Hindu religion. But I am also not encouraging people resisting Hinduism who say, I don't want to associate with Hinduism. I am neither forcing anybody to convert to Hinduism, nor I am encouraging people who say, I don't want to associate with Hinduism, I don't want to chant Om along with yoga, I don't want to chant Sanskrit mantras along with yoga. I don't want to do Surya Namaskar. I am neither encouraging that. So I am very clear. It is now up to the individuals who teach or learn. I don't have any comments. Yoga as religion, that is Hinduism. It is from the Hindu culture, Hindu tradition. Yoga has evolved. Hindu thought current. Yoga has evolved. It's a gift we gave it to the world from the Hindu thought current. The original Vedic and Agamic description, definition of yoga, 3 levels: the science of exploring various powers, science of exploring various states of consciousness, science of exploring various dimensions of the universe. Understand? Some of the planets, the base material of the planet is diamond. You should know some of the planets are 80% diamond material. When we have access to the planets and able to transport, what will happen? Nobody can describe. Whether diamond market will collapse or value of our wealth will go up, we don't know. Access, possibility, opens new doors which can't be described. You do not know the result and end result. You do not know what all other doors can open through this. Same way, access to the multi-dimensions of the universe, you do not know how many new possibilities and doors open. And not only Hindu tradition talks about access to other lokas, other planes of universe, it was a very common practice. In Hindu tradition, human beings having access are those beings contacting human beings. I don't even want to say in the modern day people are not doing it. No, we have enough of people who are doing it even now. Sadashiva gives an elaborate, beautiful, thorough description in 3 places: Yoga Jagama, Sarvajnanottara and Kamika. In 3 places, he gives a very beautiful, elaborate description on yoga. What he declares as yoga, it's a science to help
human beings explore, manifest all the powers and possibilities and have access and reap the benefits of all the states of consciousness like Jakrat, Swapna, Sushupti, Turiya, Turiyatita and Turiya crossing Turiyatita and Turiyatita crossing the Jakrat, Swapna, Sushupti and Sushupti raised to Jakrat, Swapna, Turiya, Turiyatita, crossing an ability to move and harness the benefits of the various conscious states. I'll explain. You may ask, what is the need to move to various conscious states? Understand, the absolute restful awareness is the quality of Turiya. Absolute restful awareness is the quality of Turiya. Absolute activism is quality of Jakrat. When Turiya and Jakrat merges and expresses in one body, it becomes Turiyatita, absolute restful awareness with absolute activism. It becomes Turiyatita. So exploring and harnessing the various states of consciousness. Listen. Exploring and harnessing the powers, abilities of various states of consciousness. The first word and last word on fitness through Nityananda Yoga is practice. At least there is 1 million yogic scriptures in Sanatana Hindu Dharma's Vedagamic tradition. Yoga in all sampradayas, Adishaivism, Lagulisa Shaivism, Pasubhada Shaivism, Kaula Shaivism, Kashmira Shaivism, Bauddham, Samanam, Tantram, Aghoram, Vaishnavam, Saktam, Sauram, Gaumaram, in all sampradayas of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, at least we have 1 million yogic scripture. Please understand, not for any arrogance or pride. I have distilled the essence, the best of the best of the 1 million yogic scriptures and compiled it and offered it to all of you in the form of Nityananda Yoga. All the best thing makes you fit to manifest the state, space, powers and being of Paramashiva. Let me define fitness. Fitness means having body, mind, consciousness fit to manifest oneness with Paramashiva. Paramashiva's state, space, powers and being is fitness. This is the definition of fitness as per Paramashiva. Having complete system to manifest the state, space, powers and being of Paramashiva is fitness. And that fitness through Nityananda Yoga is simply possible. I have integrated Hatha Yoga asana, verbalization, mudras, bandhas, kriyas, visualization, karanas, shravana, aushada, abarana, mani, dhyana, dharana, samadhi, japa. Everything Paramashiva revealed and the Paramashiva's incarnations revealed in Vedic and Agamic scriptures. I cannot add any more word to achieve fitness through Nityananda Yoga. I have defined what I call fitness. I have defined what is Nityananda Yoga. Now the only word I can do is practice. This is fitness. This is Nityananda Yoga. If you want the fitness through Nityananda Yoga, the only word you need to remember, practice. Every day, Adi Kailash, Indian time, Indian Standard Time, 4 a.m. Freely, Nityananda TV gives you live session of Nityananda Yoga, the essence of million yogic scriptures. It's available freely for all of you. As Sanatana Hindu Dharma believes, knowledge is free. Use it and manifest the state, space, powers, being Paramashiva.
Nityanandam. So with this, we have come to the conclusion of today's Paramashivoham Level 2. Tomorrow, at the same time, we will be starting with the Kailashadri Nityananda Yoga, DVK. So let's finish with the one mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tatsat Sarvam Bhagavad Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu Om Nityanandam. Thank you, Nityanandam.